Growing up in 1970s, Britain meant hearing certain phrases from your parents that many children today would never hear. There weren't long explanations or detailed conversations, just short, familiar sentences that usually ended the discussion. At the time, they sounded completely normal. Looking back now, some make us smile, some make us shake our heads, and some are still easy to hear in our parents' voices all these years later. Here are some of the things British parents said in the 1970s that many of us will never forget. Number 1. Because I said so. This was probably the most common answer of all. If you asked why something had to be done, this was often the reply. There was no further explanation, no negotiation. It could be about bedtime, finishing your dinner, or doing a chore you didn't want to do. You might not have liked it, but you accepted it and got on with it. Today, parents are more likely to explain their reasons. Back then, this single sentence was enough. Number 3. Children should be seen and not heard. This was about knowing your place. When adults were talking, children were expected to be quiet. It didn't mean parents didn't care. It was simply how things were done. Today, children are encouraged to share their thoughts and feelings. Back then, good manners often meant staying silent. Number 4. Eat what you're given. There were no alternative meals and very little choice. You ate what was on your plate. If you didn't like it, you were usually told to finish it anyway. Wasting food was not an option. Now, families often cater to preferences. In the 1970s, dinner was dinner. Number 5. Don't answer back. Even trying to explain yourself could be seen as cheeky. Parents expected respect, and this phrase reminded you of that. Today, many parents encourage open discussion. Back then, keeping quiet was often the safer option. Number 6. Go outside and play. If you said you were bored, this was the solution. You went out, found your friends, and made your own fun. No schedules, no organized activities, just hours spent outside until it got dark. Number 7. Stop crying. Feelings weren't usually talked through. You were expected to calm down and carry on. It wasn't about being unkind. It was simply a different way of handling emotions. Number 8. You'll understand when you're older. When questions became difficult, this was often the answer. And funny enough, now that we're older, many of us do understand. Number 9. That's enough now. Short, simple, and you knew it meant things had reached their limit. Number 10. If you don't like it, lump it. Life wasn't always comfortable. And this phrase summed up the idea that you learned to cope and move on. Number 11. Turn that light off. Lights were never left on in empty rooms. If you walked out and forgot, someone noticed. You'd hear it shouted from another room, usually followed by a reminder about how expensive electricity was. It didn't matter if you were coming straight back, the lights still went off. Today, many homes leave lights on without thinking. In the 1970s, every switch mattered. Number 12. Money doesn't grow on trees. This was said whenever you asked for something. Toys, sweets, comics, or anything extra. It reminded you that money was limited and had to be earned. Nothing was automatic. Now, many children grow up with regular treats and subscriptions. Back then, you learned early that you couldn't have everything. Number 13. Finish your dinner. Walking away from a half-eaten plate wasn't allowed. You sat there until it was gone, even if it had gone cold, even if you didn't like it. Food wasn't wasted, it was respected. Number 14. Go and make yourself useful. If you were hanging around doing nothing, this was coming. It meant chores were about to appear. Washing up, tidying, running an errand. Free time only lasted until someone noticed you. Number 15. Not in front of the neighbors. Family arguments happened behind closed doors. Appearances mattered. You could be told off properly later, but in public, you were expected to behave. Number 16. You've got 2 good legs. This was said whenever you asked for a lift, to the shop, to a friend's house, to school. If it was walkable, you walked. Number 17. Put a jumper on. Cold weather didn't mean turning the heating up. It meant adding another layer. Heating was expensive. Jumpers were cheaper. Number 18. Close the door. Were you born in a barn? Doors were meant to be shut, always. Leaving one open never went unnoticed. Number 19. You'll be fine. Fell over. Cut your knee. Bumped your head. You were told you'd be fine. And most of the time, you believed it. Number 20. Don't make me tell you again. This wasn't shouted. It didn't need to be. The tone said everything. Number 21. Bedtime means bedtime. No extensions. No negotiations. When you were told it was time for bed, that was it. Number 22. Stop messing about, said in shops, on buses, in queues. It meant calm down. Behave. Number 23. You've had enough sweets. Even if you disagreed, the decision had already been made. Number 24. Say please. Manners were constantly reinforced. If you forgot, you were reminded. Number 25. Say thank you. Every time. No exceptions. Number 26. Do your homework first. Fun came later. Responsibilities came first. Number 27. Use what you've got. Nothing was replaced just because it was old. Things were repaired, passed down, made to last. Number 28. You're not made of sugar. Rain wouldn't hurt you. Cold wouldn't break you. You carried on. Number 29. Life isn't fair. Simple, honest. You learned it early. Number 30. You'll thank me one day. At the time, you doubted it. Now, you understand. Number 31. Mind your manners. This was said often. At home, at school, in public. Good manners weren't optional. They were expected. It didn't matter how tired you were or how young you were. You said please. You said thank you. You behaved yourself. Number 32. Don't stare. If someone looked different, if something unusual happened, you were told not to stare. It was considered rude. You learned early to mind your own business. Number 33. Pack that away properly. Toys weren't dumped on the floor. They were put back where they belonged. Mess was noticed and mess was dealt with. Number 34. Stop fidgeting. Sitting still mattered, especially at the table. Moving about too much was seen as bad behavior. Number 35. Wash your hands, usually before dinner. Sometimes after coming in from outside. Clean hands were basic. No excuses. Number 36. You've made your bed. Now lie in it. If you caused a problem, you dealt with the consequences. It was a simple lesson in responsibility. Number 37, we'll see, which usually meant no, but you still hoped. Number 38, don't come running to me later. A warning given before you ignored advice. You almost always came running later. Number 39, mind your language. Swearing wasn't tolerated. Not at home, not in public. You watched what you said. Number 40, you know better than that. Said with disappointment rather than anger. Sometimes that felt worse. Number 41, don't interrupt. If adults were talking, you waited. Didn't matter if it felt important. You stood quietly until noticed. Being patient was expected. Number 42, sit up straight. Slouching was corrected immediately. Posture mattered, even if you didn't understand why. Number 43, you're not going out like that. Usually about clothes, or muddy shoes, or messy hair. You were sent back to sort yourself out properly. Number 44, mind how you go. Often said as you left the house. A simple way of saying, be careful. Number 45, home means home. If you were told to come back, you came back. No arguing. No delays. Looking back, these phrases were simply part of everyday life in 1970s Britain. They weren't meant to be memorable. They were just the way parents spoke, the way families worked, and the way children learned how to get through the day. Some of these sayings make us smile now. Some make us shake our heads. And some still sound exactly like our mum's or dad's voice when we hear them in our minds. They came from a different time, a different style of parenting, and a different kind of childhood. Not better, not worse, just different. If you grew up hearing any of these, you're not alone. And if there's a phrase your parents always use that I haven't mentioned, share it in the comments below. Chances are someone else will remember it too.